Okay, one thing I wanted to highlight was, this is a little bit messy, clean at the end here possibly. I have my harness here and the rest of my spare wires tucked into it. So this is the full length plastic sheet pretty much that comes with the gold box harness. So I just tossed everything in it and left them full length. I depinned a lot that I didn't think I would need, and I threw in some extras here just in case. And one thing that I did was I spliced the VR sensor for the crank signal, and it's super long. I didn't know what would happen. I believe the original went straight into the micro squirt in this area, and I wanted to allow for room. And then when I did this, I left them full length. So I have this hoop for the crank position sensor now that's kind of ugly, but one of the neat things about these DTs, or this is a DT, I think I'm learning, and then a DTM has even smaller pins, but it's a Deutsch connector. I was calling it a Deutschworks connector, but that's, someone corrected me, and they're right. My brain was just putting Deutschworks together, right? So it's a Deutsch connector. Deutschworks, or Dietschworks is how they pronounce it, is the fuel system company. So one thing I wanted to show is how easy it is to take these guys apart, and we're going to shorten them way up. I'm going to put the mating connectors hereabouts by the map sensor. So we'll show how to do that. You can do this with regular tools, but let me tell you, this $6 DT depinning tool sure is nice. So what we're going to do here is, so what are we on? Does it say 1 and 2? It should say 1 and 2 on it, even if it's real small. Does this one not say 1 and 2? Anyway, so if we're connector up, I'm going to do this one at a time just so I can't screw it up, because this doesn't have numbers. This is one of those China guys that doesn't have numbers. I mean, there's only 2 wires, but... So I will clip this, and then we will... So the crank is going to go in this side. If I just cut it down... Do I want to go there, or should I peel it back? Everything comes out here, so we might as well make this the same spot. So probably put the connector here. Will be a nice fit. So we'll cut the brown right there. I got the brown, I got signal ground. And this guy. We'll do the white first now, since it's on the outside. So now that I cut the white, there is a retention pin inside here, like a little, so that's what this hook is for. See the hook? And it's working on it. It's working on it. There, that's the hook end for pulling out the things, and that's the little pry bar for taking the top of the other connector apart. So let's put the hook in here. Pop this guy out. Put my fingers over it so it doesn't fly across the room. There it is. So that, once the pins are in, retains these other pins. So you park your tools in all the spots you want to go. So we want to make this white one shorter. So what's nice is you just pry a little connector piece open in here and pull the pin out. And the pin and everything is part of a weather seal. And here is it. Here's the pin. So we just have to get a new pin. Toss this one. Toss this pin in the trash. Bring the trash bin over. And we need a new pin. So the nice thing about these connectors is ratcheting. You open it and you drop the pin straight in there. And it's already level and flush. And you only need to crimp like a 1/4 inch barely of wire. Stuff it in there and hit it. And you can see all the teeth from 4 positions. The teeth crimp it. So actually, if I show you the one I already crimped, you can see it pushes from all sides. really nice and secure. See, I actually made this one a little bit too long, but you know, I learned. So there's a pin, and then I go a tiny bit past quarter, and then it strips just a quarter, because when this grabs and slides, it's not exactly accurate. So once you have that stripped, I'll give it a little spin, and then drop in the pin, and literally push in the wire till it stops, and you're done. It could not be much easier than that. And that's what's so dang nice about these connectors, is it's extremely simple. So you push this through, there's a weather seal already there. Push this straight through. Click, it's locked in. It's locked in already, and then that makes sure it can't come out. So let's match up the brown to approximately this length. About there. So now we have the brown to remove the pin. It's on this side. Pop the pin out. Pass the weather seal. Super, super easy. Throw it out. Unfortunately, sacrifice the pin, but show you guys how it's done. A little bit past a quarter. Twisty. Drop the pin. That's it. That's done. And then we put the pin back in till it locks. And then I like to use needle nose on these to reaffix the shield. So I grab it like that, and then we put it in, and it locks the connector back in place. That's it. Ta-da! It's already repinned. So now the crank boy is much shorter, easier to get to. So then we'll cut this one so there's a little bit of slack too. And then what we want to do is just, so red is on the left because this is a double connector here. So red is on the left. Everybody remember for me. Red is on the left. So this one I'll show you also. So this is the socket or female connector. The other one you saw was for the pins. So on this one, the safety is also the faceplate. And you can just get into the corner and lift gently. And the connector will explode. Oh no, it only has one side, so you go around the center here. That's it. Weather seal. So you take this guy off. And then now you can see, and there's the sockets. And then, let's see if we can't get some light for you. Does this work? Are we getting somewhere? Put it above the camera. Oh yeah, there we go. Almost perfect. Not enough. How about that? Yeah, see the little teeth? You just pry the teeth out of the way, and it lets the barrel connector slide out. This is a really small connector. A larger one is easier to show. But yeah, red on the left. Tab up, red on the left, boys. Tab up, red on the left. So I'm going to go like that, and they came right out. Ta-da! Tab up, red on the left. Put this guy back in. Alright, we're going to go like that. And there's shielding and all sorts of stuff in here for the crank position wiring. We're just going to nip it. Tab up, red left, boys and girls. Got them both. Socket connectors in. Tab up, red left. Done. I love that. Super easy. Adjusted already. That pin's a 20. It's too thin. Super small pin. Tab up. Red left. Black right. Give them a little wiggle. Locked. Weather seal in. Pins are in there. Put the lock back in. Like that. Weather seal is good. Lock faces down. And then now we got nice shorter connection for that. FTW. So there's the crank connector wire. Nice and cleaned up. And we cut all of this length out of wire and just repinned the connector. I mean, you can repin a lot of connectors, but I feel like these are really nice and easy for what they are. I think anybody that's used them is like, wow, these are nice. So, ta-da, easy. So you can do like a big connector like this I did for sensors, and you can leave pins open and use them later. And other than that, that's it. It's super easy and worked out nice. And that's about all there is. So just wanted to show you that, how to repin, call it a day. Thanks for tuning in.